You need to become an entrepreneur. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that you already are, or you're a entrepreneur. That is, that you want to start your own business. I'm here right now to tell you that you need to become an entrepreneur. And there has never been a better time to do it or a more important time to do it. Here's why. Over the next 10 to 15 years, you are going to be replaced as a W-2 worker. All W-2 workers, if you think about what they are, fundamentally, is they are a cog in a machine. Now, some of those cogs are more replaceable than others. Sure, the CFO of a Fortune 500 company is probably a harder cog to replace than the intern or the accountant, the bookkeeper. But even that CFO can be replaced. Any job within a company that can be trained for can be replaced. And I'm telling you that you are going to be replaced over the next 10 to 15 years by a combination of AI and robots. Now, AI, I think we all can start to see the writing on the wall in terms of what it's capable of. Just in the last 2 to 3 years alone, the rate of growth and implementation that we're seeing is incredible. And what's most incredible about it is I think a lot of people assume that the robots and our AI overlords were going to come and take the blue collar work first. Like, so, the HVAC workers, the plumbers, like those manual rote tasks, we thought they were going to replace those jobs first. But really what AI did is it came along and it replaced a lot of white collar work. Like overnight, it can make graphic designs that's like as good or better than most graphic designers. It comes in and it can copyright better than most copywriters. And so what we're seeing now is the people who are able to use AI in their role are getting further along than the people who cannot use AI. But it's just a matter of time until the AI in all of those roles becomes as good as the individuals. Now, maybe that takes another 10, 15 years, but the big thing right now that keeps people in their jobs is somebody needs to be wielding that tool, the AI tool. But there can only come a point where in most of those cogs within a business can be done by the AI far, far better than any human. They don't require the direction, or they just require the direction of one human. So who is that human? It is the human that owns the machine. They're not the cog in the machine. They own the machine and they direct the AI, they direct the tools within it. And that's currently what they're doing with you, right? If you're a W-2 worker, you have a boss. The founder, he is the guy that came along and said, we're going to build the machine. Here's a cog and here's a cog. And you're one of those cogs that fits in. And he is looking, how do I allocate my scarce resources most effectively? And he's going to say, well, I could take out this cog of Lucy in HR and I could replace it with this AI tool. Okay, well, maybe I get rid of Lucy, I get rid of Tom, I get rid of Luke. And all I keep right now is Gary. Gary with his AI can do the work of all those people. But pretty soon, in the future, do we even need that person running the AI? Or could it be you, the person that runs the business? So these cogs, they might be hard to replace. It's hard to imagine maybe perhaps a world where your job does get replaced. But I'm telling you, if you are a cog in a machine, then you are replaceable, and that technology is coming for you very rapidly. That in conjunction with robotics, specifically humanoid robotics, like I'm an investor in humanoid robotics companies because I see the writing is on the wall over there. It's just a matter of time until we merge AI with robotics and we put the mind inside of the shell. And now these things are able to actually go out and move and interact in the world in real, tangible ways. They don't get tired. They don't make mistakes. It's just a matter of time. Now, you might think this is like far-flung future world that we're talking about. I'm telling you, it's 10 to 15 years. That's it. That's nothing. So if you're 20 right now, by the time you're my age, pretty much the entire workforce is going to look very different. And if you want to survive and thrive in that new world, you need to start positioning yourself to do so. And so the people who are going to win in the future are the ones who recognize that you do not win this game by being the cog in the machine that can then be replaced by an even cheaper cog. You win by stepping out of the game and being the one that builds the machine. And then you plug in your own cogs, whether that's the AI and the robots or Tina and HR, it doesn't matter. But if you are the one that owns the machine, then you have nothing to worry about here. And so what I want you to start thinking about is what machine could you own beyond just the efforts that you put in to make money? You need to build a magic little box. And in that box, you put in directions, you put in vision, and out comes a result. That is what a business is. At its core, your job as the founder is to set the vision. Say, this is what we're doing, and then deploy judgment in pursuit of that thing. And everything else underneath of that can be systematized and turned into a process. And I'm telling you right now that this is all going to happen a lot faster than you think it's going to, because just the rate of growth and development that we've seen in AI in 3 years, it's just getting started, guys. Like, these things don't slow down. Same with robotics. They don't slow down. Think about this. AI and robotics is the worst it's ever going to be right now. Right now. It is not going to get worse. It's only going to get better. And if you're betting against that, well, then you are no different than the people who bet against the internet, bet against the personal computer, bet against the smartphone. It makes no sense. Like, we've seen it play out over and over and over again. And so the paradigm is going to change. The game is going to change. You can't keep playing the same position on the court. You're not going to have a future as a point guard in the future of this game where everybody else is a robot. You do have a future as the coach on the sideline. So start putting yourself in position. And for the love of God, don't wait until it's too late. Start now. So that is why you must become an entrepreneur right now. I hope you do. So that's all I got, guys. See you in the next video.